Yes! Here we go!
Yes, KR. Before we discuss the main topics of today, I got a good Reddit story for you. To
Tell me.
start with, my girlfriend thinks my prenup is unfair. Should I change it? That's a question someone is posing.
Oh, girlfriend. Wait a second. They're gonna marry. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So my pregnant girlfriend is 37 years of age. I'm 45.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, should she be entitled to more? This is the backstory. I'm mid 40s and I've been through two painful divorces, which have cost me some hard earned money. My girlfriend of 18 months, Erica, is in her late 30s and mother to a young child from a previous marriage. She makes about 50K a year while I make over 200K. I told Erica that marriage was not something I wanted due to my history. Erica, however, believed that marriage was very important to her as she did wish to have children in the future. She didn't want her current child to think having children outside of marriage was proper. I
Who
wanted to,
was she married before?
yeah, she was married before. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Why did she do? Okay, continue, continue,
No, no, it says, uh,
continue, continue.
yeah. So she's mother to a young child from a previous marriage. So the child
Mm.
was conceived in her previous marriage. She didn't want her current child to think having children outside of a marriage was proper.
Mm.
I wanted to compromise, and about a year ago, I offered a prenup as an option. Erica didn't respond well at all. She found it quite insulting, and we broke up for about a month. Erica and I eventually got back together. She said that she would sign the prenup, and all was going well until the beginning of the year. I found out Erica was pregnant. Erica supposedly had an IUD. IUD. It's like anti. Anyway, you know what it is, right? Okay. Erica supposedly had an IUD, so this was not good news. Operative word, supposedly. Um, okay. After going to the hospital and undergoing an ultrasound, the doctors were able to see the baby. However, guess what they couldn't find? The IUD. Apparently, the IUD must have fallen out. There is a high possibility this is my child, as we did have intercourse around that time. And as far as I know, Erica was not seeing other men.
You
We
never know.
decided, yeah, we decided we wanted to have a child. Consequently,
Oh, she decided you the
yeah, well, wanted to have the child. So, well, it's her body, her
no.
choice.
That's what I mean. So she decided she wanted a child,
Like,
not you.
it's just like when guys say we're pregnant,
We're
we're having a
pregnant.
baby. No,
No,
you're
no,
not.
no, 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 you're not. No, you're not.
Consequently, I've been planning for her and her daughter to move into my house as we raise our new baby. I'm fortunate to have savings and a job to afford a family of four at the current moment. I've been anxious to get Erica on my insurance. She is currently uninsured and brought up the prenup again.
Sounds like uninsured and unemployed, but okay, continue.
Undocumented, maybe. I explained.
Oh my god.
I explained basically how she would not benefit from the divorce. No alimony, not receiving money from my job or sale of my house. She was again so insulted she decided to end our relationship. I was so surprised. I thought I was meeting Erica on her terms and will obviously be supporting her child, because the ex apparently can't afford child support, and our new child financially.
And yeah, this is getting worse with each sentence.
If
Continue.
things
Continue.
if things do not work out, Erica will already have child support from me. That is separate from the prenup. She's now calling me selfish and claiming I am taking advantage of her with conditions of a prenup. I feel like she is using the child situation against me. While money is a concern for me, I also want to know Erica wants to be with me because of love and not financial
Love, love,
assistance.
love, love.
Should I be offering more to her?
Yes. You should offer more. You should offer a bubble gum.
Bubblegum.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you what the guys are saying. The reactions are: she should have her own lawyer, review the prenup, and go from there. Problem is, she need to pay lawyers. This,
Yo,
this is how prenup. Another one. Another comment. Uh, th- this is not. This is how prenups actually work. You and she each have your own lawyer. You all four sit together in a room and come up with an agreement that protects both of you. Another one. Same thing. Each of you need to sit down with an attorney. I understand that you've had poor experiences in the past. However, you need to decide if you want to incorporate this woman into your life as part of your family, which includes a certain level of sacrifice, partnership, and vulnerability. If you're not interested in being her partner, then don't move her into your house and instead work out an equitable parenting plan and child support arrangement. And this is going to be the last comment for, so then I'll let you elaborate. Not another throwback says two painful divorces and still no lessons learned.
oh man,
So you're
no,
saying
no,
so you're
no,
saying all he
no.
needs to do is
Yes,
offer so you're saying all he needs to do is offer a
no.
bubble. This is
So
the offer and a bubble gum.
no, but the thing is this, right? That was a joke, but she's basically leveling up on you. It's crazy. It's crazy how this guy is probably going to get bullied into dropping the only thing that can protect him. You already said like that, like when you said it, I said it's going down. It's only going down. The baby father of a first child can't afford to pay child support.
A bum.
A bum. You're earning 200K a year.
Not a bum.
Not a bum.
A simp.
So now what will happen is you will take care of her first. It's very ungrateful actually. Because you're taking them in. I don't know what kind of house you have, but you have a house because you're talking about she's not gonna get the house from any the part of any sales of it of their house. So basically, you're taking them into your house. She's gonna get live better than what she lived before. You're elevating her life. and now she's telling you it's unfair.
Yeah.
How
Yep.
much is the baby daddy paying? No. The first husband. How much is he paying? How fair was that?
He doesn't pay anything because he can't.
Well, I can't either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean,
I think he has to sweeten the pot a little bit. Give her $500
but
with
the
the
way
bubble.
you, and the rapper. You know what I think? I think that it's clear to me that this woman is trying to take advantage of him.
Yeah, he is. She is.
It's clear. Um, a woman that's making 50K a year, which is average. It's not bad salary. It's an average salary in the United States, but it's not 1%, right? So
Yeah,
50K a year is a good is an average salary. But
close.
being being a single mother, that means you're basically covering all the bills. That is very, I mean, it's tough. So when you see a man earning 200K, you think, oh, this person can take care of me, but also my child. Because let's be honest, once a woman becomes a mother, oftentimes is the kid becomes a priority. So of course you want to protect the kid. Now you're saying that that she couldn't have gotten pregnant. That's what you were saying. But when they went and did the test,
It's a bait, dude.
it was a bait. It's clearly a bait, right? So if you have a IUD, if a woman tells you she has an IUD, do you ask her to
Let me
confirm it?
feel it. Let me feel it.
Let me confirm it.
Let me feel
Because
it.
no, you wouldn't. Because why not? Because that wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't
Violation.
be.
It's a violation.
It's a
It's
violation,
a violation, actually.
and there needs to be a level of trust. But I mean, at this point,
It's a
like I said in a couple of, I think last week's show or 2 weeks ago, this is a common theme with men, great men, the responsible. Let's say the responsible men. They really sometimes they try to look for a solution that will make them able to conclude that the woman is not bad for them. But this lady told you, first of all, as soon as you said, why wouldn't you sign the prenup?
they
Well, I,
they
I
broke up
think,
twice.
why didn't you wouldn't sign the prenup in the first place? Okay, you go away, you come back. Now you say you're willing to sign the prenup. And when you see the conditions and you hear that you're not going to get anything, now you're mad. So I think you already know the answer to your question, whether it's for love or money. Now, if the woman is willing to build something new with you, if you put in agreement, okay, let's build apartments together, and you get that part, but
Get
then
the part.
I mean, you get your half. Then
Okay.
you get the half of your part, right?
No,
So
no,
then
no.
it's
I thought the way you talked about it is like you get the part, the whole.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Was thinking about what kind of shoddy lawyer are you?
No, no,
But
I'm saying if you build like apartments together in your third relationships, or an income or whatever, and you say, okay, we split it, then you both earned it. But this man is making 200K a year. And I'm gonna quote someone. That's gonna be my last remark. And maybe you want to say something else. I'm gonna quote someone who spoke against child support. Spoke against spoke against the injustice in criminal court, because this needs to stop. The person said,
does her last name rhyme to, to raspberry? Rastafari, baby. Tell me, what did you say?
Then I guess, then I guess, we know who we're talking about because Halle Berry spoke out, and Halle Berry was clear about her stance. I'm not going to speak because in her case, by the way, it's not child support, it's alimony. So she needs to pay the man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak on alimony as I have never asked for it, nor have I ever paid it. However, as for child support, oh, it is child support. I feel like I can speak on it as I've been paying it for a decade now. I feel if a woman or a man is having to, a man as well, KR. This is a pioneer.
Mm.
If a woman or a man is having to pay child support that is way more than a reasonable need that the other person reasonably needs to help support, in all caps, the child, I think that is wrong. I understand some parents may need help, but I also feel that in these modern times, both men and women have the responsibility to financially take care of their children and work hard and make every effort to do so. It may many laws are set up this way. Many laws are currently set up in order to be awarded money to live a lifestyle that not only they did not earn, but that is way above and beyond the child's reasonable needs, and it is wrong. And where I see the abuse, the laws are outdated and no longer reflect the modern world. KR, I stand behind Halle today. I stand behind Halle Berry today in support and as well in support of this man. Now, my guess is this man will probably cave in and give her what give the girl what she wants, because this is not something you ask on Reddit. This is something you ask your attorney.
Oh, all I'll say is this, right? It's a shame he didn't say who chose to go back because they broke up twice. They broke up twice. That will tell you who is trying to connect back. Who
Well,
is
it says Erica and I eventually got back together because she said she would sign a prenup.
no, but who made the initial reconnection? It will tell you who's in more need of the other. That's what I'm going to.
Yeah, but we know. Yeah. So you're saying that maybe the guy is more desperate for the relation. Well, with that money, you're gonna get a relationship. The problem is you're gonna get more Ericas. If you're not charming, if you don't know how to pick them, you're gonna get more Ericas.
Well, but regardless, so let's look into that, right? The guy is just, I think, to be honest, he has to stand his ground. Um, as a great philosopher and a mentor was once said, you need to go to the JUCO. You need to go to the JUCO, my man. For those who don't know, shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Yes, I think this is gonna be a very bad deal for him if he doesn't get her to sign that
Yeah.
um sign that prenup. And
Yeah.
she's probably gonna get him to adopt the kid as well. Let's continue.
Yes. All right. With that being said, let's start. Guys, welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Of course, guys, remember to let us know your thoughts and opinions on the topic we just discussed. Do you think that he should get married? Do you think that he should pay child support? Or do you think that he's wrong? Do you think perhaps that he
Can you think?
he's selfish? He's selfish. Is he entering the discussions with Erica with a boner? Let us know your thoughts and opinion. But in today's show, guys, we're gonna talk about. We have some oops, yes, topics here. We're gonna talk about another one, another beef that's seemingly being aired on Club Shay's platform. Another comedy beef. What's going on with these comics? We're gonna
What's
talk
going
about.
on with Shay?
Oh, Shay is doing her. No, he's doing his thing. All right.
Are
Bad
you
week for
implying something?
no. 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 That was no. That was not it at all.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Just
Uh,
ask.
hey, another thing here, another topic. It's been a bad week for squatters after being exposed multiple times in a week. Finally, we're gonna talk about Karrueche, who is joining OF. Hey, Karrueche is one of
Yes, Karrueche
yeah,
Tran.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Down
Before you,
just
what?
like she's down bad, just like the mom who's trying to get this guy wrapped around her fingers.
Yes. Because she already got him wrapped around her legs. Guys, before you proceed, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, share the video with your family, your friends, and your enemies. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get updated when we drop new videos. And of course, comment, let us know your thoughts and opinions on the topics that we will discuss. We want to, before we proceed, really say a thank you to all our supporters. Thanks for supporting us, showing us love. Thanks for commenting both on the main channel, Double Thought Show,
Yes, sir.
YouTube channel, as well as the Clips channel, DTS Clips, Double Thought Clips. Really appreciate your support
Welcome,
and
welcome, guys.
feedback. Yes, if you haven't done so, as I already said, please subscribe. It really helps us. With it being said, let's go to the first topic.
Let's do this.
Ma'am, please unwrap your legs from me. This is grapefruit. I'm being grapefruited out here.
Pineapple.
Hey man. Yes, Club Shay, another beef. And we're gonna go right into it because it started all with this. Oh man, give me a second. It all started with this um this show with Godfrey. Godfrey visited Uncle Shay, and he had this to say about Country Wayne.
Okay. No, and this is I would love to start beef because I want this to go to 60 million. I want to call somebody.
Oh no. Man, why is he doing this? Anyway, let's continue talking. So basically, Godfrey went to Uncle Shay, and he said he had a couple of things to say about Country Wayne, and this is what he said about him. Fair use, by the way.
I just want to fucking start some shit, but I won't do that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But when Country Wayne was on here,
Yeah.
first of all, I don't know Country Wayne at all.
Right.
But I watched his video. I give him his credit for him making all that money. I was listening to him like, oh, what? How did you do this?
Right.
You know, I love his hustle. Smart dude. I mean, he making millions off of this shit. I
Right.
wish I could. But he said one statement that I disagreed with, Country. I disagreed with you.
What was the statement?
I think he said, and if I'm wrong, you correct me.
Okay.
Said something about if anybody's in a comedy club still, that means you're not doing anything. Something like that. To
Mhm.
that, I don't know if he
Okay.
was answering Faizon.
Right.
I think it was him and Faizon going at it
Okay.
because Faizon's my dude.
Right.
Faizon.
Faizon, everybody be going in Faizon.
I love Faizon goes to everybody else. Faizon's a funny son of a bitch. But he's saying if you're still in the comedy clubs,
Right.
you're not a real comedian. I
Right.
think he said that. Am I
Okay.
wrong?
Something to that effect.
And I go,
But I think he was talking about him because,
okay,
like,
please, because I was like, you are wrong
right.
about that shit.
Right.
I'm in the comedy clubs. DL's in the comedy clubs are still being built. They're not fading away.
Right.
If you do theaters, that's like a blessing.
Right.
But theaters are multi-purpose rooms.
Right.
Comedy clubs usually are just for comedy. Comedians of all stature.
So that's what he said in the long lines, and he went into the further into what he said, and then basically, guess what? A new beef started. Seems like it wasn't really a shot, would you say?
No, I didn't feel like he was starting something. I just think he was reacting.
Okay, well, you're the only one in this case. Because how you know how people are. You mentioned their name, it's already disrespect. This is what Kountry had to say.
Hey man, hey, this is a message for shout out to Shannon Sharp for representing me on his club Shay when Godfrey tried to come and say whatever. With Godfrey and all the other comedians who've been hating on me a long time. Let me tell y'all something. Every comedian to me funny. Now, if you want some advice on probably why you never gain that audience, because bro, the audience you speaking to just ain't the proper audience. I don't know what you talking to. I might not be funny to you because I was speaking to the streets of where I come from, all the hustlers, not the jack boys, but the hustlers and the bad and to the bad ones. I always kept the bad women and the people who get that money, the people who work hard. You know what I'm saying? Not, hustling ain't just selling drugs and all that. I'm talking about people who work hard, take care of their family. Black people play spades. The white people who understand the culture, who been around the culture. What you talking about just ain't what people own. People still need $20, my boy. So you out there, I'm gonna give you some advice. You out there talking about them jokes about whatever you talking about, bro. If you been in this game that long and that audience ain't came to you yet, switch it up. Switch it up, my boy. It's subject matter, and your subject just don't matter. So all these comedians out here that got Country Wayne name in their mouth, bro, don't be mad because your girl mouth. What you mad about? Because all the aunties and all the black women, we love Country Wayne, and all the real ones, all the real dudes out there who really about their family. Hey, Country Wayne, my boy, you would never get them. Your haircut on that interview, if you seen it, that's why they don't rock with you. That's why I'm riding through Chicago right now because I got a show at a theater that I'm gonna make $100K plus in the real Chicago streets. Gonna be there. Ain't nobody in Chicago got that haircut and talking like that and leaning like that when they talking. So all the comedians who got my name in your mind, y'all was the lame dudes in high school who the girls ain't like, and this is why y'all can't get it because you still mad about the girl who dealt with old boy. Man, keep my name out your mouth, my boy. Like for real. You up there talking about something. I said, if you're in the comedy club, you ain't no real comedian. I didn't say that. It was a comedian coming for me, and I said he forced to go to a comedy club. I go to comedy clubs still. The comedy clubs is what we came from. One for the comedy clubs, I want to be where I'm at. I still go there to work on material. I'm gonna continue to go back to work, you know what I'm saying, to work on another special. But it's a message for Godfrey. And shout out to Shannon Sharp for stopping that because he was trying to say something that I didn't say on there, bro. Listen here, man. Only thing you gotta do is comment for advice. Wayne, how you doing? What you doing? I got the people, bro. The culture ain't a lot of that stuff. That's why when people be like,
bunch of drama queens, man.
I don't think it's
Wasn't a shot, really. But he went there to send a couple.
Who went where to send? Godfrey went to Shay to send a couple of shots.
He went there initially because he went there saying, if I'm not mistaken, this is what he said. And then he wanted full confirmation and he had it already loaded.
Yeah. And he said, I don't want to start. I don't want to start anything. Well, I don't think that you can call it a beef. I don't think it's like a beef. It's not that heavy. But I do think that because Country Wayne's path was different than a lot of comedians, that some comedians despise him or they're a bit envious of him. But you're basically comparing apples with oranges because what Country Wayne is doing is not what you're doing. Country Wayne has the YouTube channel, the short 4-minute videos recorded on an iPhone, 3-4 minutes. Like it's becoming a soap at this point. All his shows are sold out because people already know who he is because of his shows. So what he has, KaiR, and what we need to do as well, is he has a community that he engages with. And the funny thing is that, they're both funny. But a comedian is funny. Like a comedian, that's the funny thing. But because you're funny, the fact that you're funny doesn't guarantee a success in your life, right? being a good singer doesn't guarantee success in your life.
You need
There's-
Diddy.
You need to have a lot of other um you need to have there are other components that play a role. But I don't think it's beef. I think that Country Wayne is tired though of all these comedians coming for him. And when he was on Club Shay, I think he was speaking specifically to
Faizon.
Faizon. And Faizon is a troll. But I have to say I enjoy his interviews on Vlad TV. He's funny to watch, but again, I mean, some people. So like DL Hughley, for example, I don't agree with his political stance like 50% of the time, but I would pay premium to sit up front to hear him speak because he's a great comic. So I don't think this is about comedy
Really?
right here. Yeah, I really like him.
Okay.
Yeah, because DL Hughley is a comedian that I
I
can.
hope it doesn't get anyway on stage. Something on stage. Wow. You pay premium and then he gets knocked out by anything. You know.
Yeah, no, no, by the uncle. No, but no,
Huh?
but
Yo, yes, by the uncle. I was like, which uncle are you talking about?
it's the Uncle
Uncle
Vid.
Vinny.
Uncle Vid, yeah. No, but it's not so I don't think this is like beef. I think Faison is a troll. It seems more to me like DL was trying to not DL. Godfrey was trying to reach. If I was Country Wayne, I wouldn't have reacted though. I mean, Country Wayne is doing his thing. And sometimes by reacting, you give someone like 50 the only reacts to people who are worth 50 only beefs with people who are worth beefing with, not people who aren't worth beefing with. So
Well, well, I guess he didn't hear you, and Faison did hear you because Faison had also one thing to
based
say
on yeah,
after the response by Country Wayne. This is what he had to say.
Godfrey, my guy Godfrey. Listen, brother, I saw your interview. It was great. Love your energy. You've always been a good nigga, funny nigga, smart nigga, true to yourself. This country wing motherfucker, this fucking hillbilly ain't never been outside his territory, wherever the fuck he from, the Appalachians, or wherever the fuck, some hills where they fuck their own families and shit. I don't know where the fuck he from. But if I see the nigga on stage, I'm snatching this nigga off. That's on Emerald. I'm snatching this. I'm sick of the bullshit. All these goofy ass motherfuckers want to talk shit from a safe place, from Club Shay, dick sucking corporation. I done said too much. This summer, I'm snatching niggas off stage. Godfrey, this nigga like he don't know that you'll fold this nigga up like a napkin and throw him in the goddamn Hudson River. He don't know that. He think because you smiling and you got he don't know, Godfrey. He's goofy. He's a fucking hillbilly. He just got electricity. Fuck this nigga. Country wing motherfucker. You inaccurate, dumb, stupid motherfucker.
I'll tell you I'll tell you this much, KaiR. If having no electricity is a sacrifice to pay to get Country Wayne's money, then I want it.
Um, you saw the fire today.
Then I want it.
Where
Yeah.
where's
And
the
again,
wood?
yeah, and again, so I don't understand why a lot of times I only see this with I only see this with I
Say
only
it.
see this with black people. That it's always let's go and fight. So if I see you, it's on site, and I'm like, but why can't you just disagree with each other? Listen, KR, I have a so martial arts background, but I don't go out there and fight. That's not you don't do that. The first lesson you actually learn is to avoid fights in the first place. So why should you go to that level? It's that to me is, but it's just like the talk, right? It's just
Tough talk.
no, yeah. But I mean, that's in the culture where it's like, hey, you said something, it's personal. I can say, listen, if someone calls me goofy, KR, what? I'm not gangster. I wasn't born in the ghetto. And if I did
Rips
try
word.
to be, if I did try to be something I'm not, they're gonna call me John Morant. And it's like, no, I'm not that guy. So I'm true to myself. Country Wayne is true to himself. He has his background, he has his story. Why can why and you know what the most ironic thing about this is, Godfrey said exactly what I'm saying on Club Shay Shay. He said that it seems like, with black people, we, because I am light skinned, feel I'm the J Cole. Yeah, I'm a J Cole. I'm a J Cole. It seems like the people feel like, hey, there can only be one, but there can be 31 flavors of ice cream, and my favorite can differ from yours, and we're okay with that. And there can be the 32 NFL teams, and there can be, I mean, everything is possible. But when it comes to s- this, apparently there can only be one.
In everything, right?
Yeah, but why?
Scarcity mindset.
Why?
That's scarcity mindset.
It's okay. And
It's scarcity. Everyone thinks I need to eat off of his plate. That's
yeah,
the problem. He's keeping food out of my plate.
yeah,
People don't understand. People don't
and,
understand that.
yeah. And what Country is saying, and that's what he's saying. So let's put aside something. And again, let's put aside what everyone is saying about themselves, right? Everyone who's better, they're comedians. They're all funny. Some of them. So Godfrey is funnier than Country Wayne for certain people. Country Wayne is funnier than Faizon for certain people, and so on and so forth. That's just, it's taste, it's preference.
Taste, yeah. Yeah.
But but
There's something has good taste and bad taste, but okay, continue.
yeah, but and if you have no taste, you might have caught a DL.
Oh, if you don't have anything,
If you can't taste, then you could have caught what DL caught. That's what I'm saying. But the thing is that what you can't deny is that Country Wayne has a winning business model.
yep.
And you're saying, and this is not a critique, because we're also in we are in the content creation game, not the stand-up comedy game, but we're also in the content creation game. And what's important is, what you want to do is trying to build engagement, build your community, build your following. That's where the power lies. And if anything, give Country Wayne what is due to him, and that is something he has. And I think that if you apply it, I mean, he gives advice in a certain way, but I think that if you ask him, "A Country, can you give me some advice?" He'll give you advice. But I can imagine that if you've been in the game for 25 years and you see someone who just started surpass you, you might be a bit hesitant to go ask for advice, because you might feel embarrassing or something like that.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem here is that first of all, I mean, a lot of these comedians are very sensitive. Um, for people who sling jokes, they have very thin skin when it comes to people talking about it. I don't understand how that works, but The second thing is that Faizon is definitely a hater. That's you can't deny that part. I think Faizon is what you said at the end. It's someone who's been doing it for a long time, isn't moving numbers as he think he should, and then he sees a punk, as he called it himself, pass him by and make millions. I mean, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky, sometimes you're talented, sometimes people are more talented than you.
Yeah.
Um, and
You can't blame the public. You can't blame the market.
you can blame the
So
market, but he doesn't blame the market, but he blames the players. So he doesn't blame the game, he blames the player. Oh man, that's the number one rule.
yeah.
Blame the game. Anyway, it is you gotta adjust, and I think this is going out of hand at a certain point. I think the reason, and it Godfrey didn't send any shots, even though he wanted to. He started it as he wanted to, um, but at some point, people keep saying your name. Everything might seem might look like a shot
That's
to
just
you.
like yeah, it's like Shannon, right? Shannon also reacted to Mace and Cam,
Mace, yeah,
but or to Mace, right? To Mace specifically.
Mace, yeah.
But yeah, it seemed to me like to me the reaction was not proportionate. But again, I so I'll just give this example and then we can move on.
Can move on. Yeah, it's time to move on.
Yeah, when I was 12, I found this girl. I like this girl and she liked me, but you know you're kids and you show it, you express it in very childish ways. And the kids were teasing me. Oh, you like her, you like her, you like her. They've been teasing me for months, KR. One day I was in a bad mood and a guy teased me and I turned around and punched him. Unfortunately, in that time, I didn't know how to throw a punch. And the guy was the national karate champion.
Ooh, you caught one to the chin.
I caught it right here.
Oh, split you open like Moses.
I felt, I felt the vein. I didn't see it. I felt the vein. So all I'm saying is, sometimes maybe I think Country Wayne wouldn't have reacted that way if Godfrey was the first one. But at some point, you just get tired of people just coming after you. In any case, that's all. I think we can.
Kids, what do we learn from that situation? If you're small and you can throw a punch, walk from behind someone and punch him in the. Anyway, let's continue.
I would say walk with Jesus, but okay.
Jesus is popping. What's not popping are the squatters. I mean, it's been a bad week for them. There was this video, I'm not gonna show it, but there was this video of the squatters in New York. Very confrontation between a squatter. This is the video. If you guys want to check it out, go check it out. It's squatter standoff captured on camera in Queens, where basically a female who inherited a home which she's trying to sell was invaded by a couple of squatters, and consequently she was trying to get them out. At the end, she was the one getting arrested because she illegally trespassed. This started a chain reaction because this.
I don't understand it. Just explain that. Explain that to me in simple terms.
What?
Who was in the house?
A squatter.
So the squatter, yeah. So the squatters were in the house
Yeah.
that legally belonged to her.
Yes.
And she was trespassing because the laws protect the squatters.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to just so we can be on the same page. So squatters, people who basically look for abandoned houses, open houses, and just enter to live in it so they can get the protection. They, according to where did this happen, by the way? Does it say?
New Queens, New York,
Yes, New York.
New York, New
New
York.
York, New York. So in New York, okay, the New York squatters enter, live in your property. You enter, you're trespassing. Okay, but the name is on the property is on
Everything
your
is
name.
yours. Everything is yours. They can start claiming that they are doing renovations, and then and check this one. If they're renovating your home, you have to after that pay them as well. Squatters the squatters law is crazy. It's basically you're stealing. It's like basically what Columbus did.
I discovered it.
I squatted it. Oh, it's mine. Guess what? Get kicked out of this house. Anyway, yeah. So that started a chain reaction because last week what happened was it was revealed that a guy who in LA who was living in $1 million home, also a squatter, earning $400,000. So it's not like he doesn't have the
He was
money
broke.
to pay.
He just didn't want to pay rent.
He just doesn't want to pay rent. And that's the
Rent
problem
or
with a lot of squatters. They don't pay rent, but they suck off all the asset, all that's in the asset. I've seen videos and as you know my background a little bit, RJ. I've seen
Yeah.
well not from the ones
Doing the sucking,
other
but
ones on YouTube, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Of situations because I have to do some research. You need to see how things work. They suck everything up. So basically, if you when you get your house, well, no, not like that. No,
except you.
no, daddy. Yeah, except you. Well, just no hope. You probably get herpes. Not saying that all squatters have herpes.
Hey, come on, man.
No, I need to say the disclaimer.
Yeah. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Yeah. We get it. Keep moving. Keep moving.
30 feet as people, man. Anyway, it's crazy. What happened was because this was basically on TV and on YouTube, people went to do a wellness check. Vigilantes went to do a wellness check because the woman was arrested for trespassing, dude.
In her
First,
own property.
they got the squatters away, and then after like 5 or 10 minutes, they came back. The police came back, and she was in the home, and they arrested her. So there were some vigilantes who did a wellness check for these guys. A couple of them ran away. A couple of them packed up their stuff and ran away. And there's now still one in there claiming she owes him his deposit. I don't know what kind of. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. But the most important part of this, in the same week of when that happened, and I don't know if you saw this one. This is a wild one. And you know where these guys are from. It's from the lovely country the country I love. Not gonna say the name. Anyway, this is what this guy had to say. He's trying to get the illegals to do the job.
He pensado invadir una casa en United States, ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla. Capichi, muchachos, aquí en United States también se aplica la de invasión de terreno. Y creo que ese será mi próximo negocio. Invadir casas abandonadas, ya que me he buscado unos códigos con mis amigos africanos y me dijeron que ya llevan como 7 casas expropiadas. Y como dice el dicho, papi, hay que buscar la vuelta. Y la vuelta ahorita mismo es invadir casas, ya que nos encontramos en situación de calle y es la única manera que tenemos para no vivir en la calle y no ser una carga pública. Capichi, la ley dice que las casas abandonadas, deterioradas y que esté en mal estado, podemos llegar y repararlas, vivir en ella y si podemos venderla, hasta pedir créditos con ella. ¿Qué dicen ustedes? Gente,
This guy has 500,000 subscribers on TikTok.
Oh, oh.
So he's not no one. He has his following. And as you understand Spanish, I understand Spanish, and he's basically encouraging people to start invading homes. So he's talking about the squatters law. So this is a new problem that has been created by the amount of people entering the country illegally and having no place to stay. So now what you have is probably because there are every state has a different law relating to squatters, so you cannot do it everywhere. I wouldn't advise to do it in Texas because you might end up being sent back home in a box as if it was Vietnam. But this is where we are now.
Do you have another squatter story?
Well, I don't have another one, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I do. 2 suspected squatters have been taken into custody for questioning after they allegedly unalived a woman who walked in on them living in her mother's New York City apartment.
Oh, shoot.
The victim, Nadia Vital, a 52-year-old woman from Spain, came to the US to prepare her mother's Manhattan apartment for a family friend. The Kips Bay apartment had been vacant for the last few months after Vital's mother passed away. When Vital went inside, she found a man and woman living there. A struggle ensued, and it appears Vital was thrown into a sheetrock wall. The 2 suspects then allegedly stole Vital's Lexus and drove to Jersey and then Pennsylvania, where they crashed near Harrisburg. They were taken into custody in York, Pennsylvania. On March 14th, Vital's worried son, who hadn't heard from his mother in 2 days, accessed the Kips Bay apartment in the superintendent and other relatives and found his mom's body. It was in a duffel bag in a closet.
Jeez.
It's a jungle out there.
Yep.
And I think New York is giving a new definition. It's coming with a new definition for concrete jungle. It's definitely a city. It's a great city. I've been there in January. I was there in January. It's a great city to visit. There's a lot of things to do. I also think that it's a great city to live in as long as you have a lot of money and can stay away from squatters. It's a very sad story, but what you're seeing in these states, right? Especially these blue states, is that you have the government seemingly caring more for people who didn't work to earn things instead of their own people. Their own people are outside in the cold in the winter, while other people coming from abroad, and you just heard the call right there, the call to action, as they say,
Action, yo.
to start squatting, to start entering into people's homes, and you can't do anything. It's a free for all.
Takes about 2 years to get them out, and a lot of legal costs.
So a lot of costs for the state as well, probably a lot of costs for the people who are trying to get them out. It's just
For the state, for the person, the person itself. State doesn't get
for the
them out.
state. but it's for the state as well, because you need to file lawsuits,
How
or
you do
there
that
needs
exactly?
it's
Yeah.
either lawsuits or maybe there's an
Yeah.
administrative procedure, but it's still cost for the state. And it's like, I can understand the feeling. I can understand why a lot of people are feeling like they're being, well, invaded, basically. They don't have anything to say anymore. People robbing you, or people uh robbing you and then getting bailed out because they're not from there. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's a wild west, like you said. It's a concrete jungle, and I think I saw that someone entered a new bill against squatters. I think in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. And suspect and I hope that they start moving against this law. I mean, there's a law that a lot of Western countries have, by the way, which I think is preposterous. I understand someone needs a home, but you cannot enter someone else's property. Just imagine, I have my car sitting there for a month. Uh, it's the same concept. I have my car sitting somewhere for a month or 2 months. Someone comes and steals, well, I already say it, opens my car and starts driving in it. If I report it to police, what is that? That's stealing a car.
Yeah.
The person will get arrested for doing that.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow, when it comes to a home, which is majority of the time much more expensive than a car, that person can stay in the home
Yeah.
because it's a rental. They are protected by rental or renters laws.
Yeah, it's not even renters, right? Because rent requires you to pay. So
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it
a completely different law. It's like but I understand the reasoning. The reasoning is that it's about homes, and if the home isn't being used, then and someone needs a home, then this person should be able to live there. And while you're trying to figure things out, you can't kick the person out. So I understand that part on theory or on paper, I have to say. I think the real motive is different, KR. Home is so having a roof over your head is a basic necessity. So if that is covered, then the chances of someone doing something illegal or bad to get to money becomes lower. So that person would just need to. So I think that's also a way to look at it.
yeah, but then they are stealing from you because they don't pay rent. They're not stealing in the open. They're just stealing from. They're sucking resources out of you.
Yes, but remember, the government is only concerned with the government.
That I
Doesn't
do know. Yes, we
it's
know
not
that.
the government isn't concerned with you. The
Yeah.
government doesn't care, nor is it the government's job to care about your personal situation.
Yeah.
So as long as the government's problem is solved, I'm not there is a good example that I can use. As long as the government's problem is solved, it doesn't care about you. So
Yeah.
give it so
That is
example so just so like example, we get promoted with shows, a lifestyle, a lot of eating, a lot of things that are we know that they're bad for us. But the government doesn't care if we pass away individually, but it's when it happens a lot and the hospitals, for example, get overcrowded, then the government will try to solve their problem, not
Mm.
your individual problem.
Yeah, that's why in third world countries these rules don't work because they probably find you in a ditch somewhere. Try do that in a third world country. Well, New York is heading that way anyway. Let's continue. Let's continue. End it with real quick with a couple of speed topics. Karrueche Tran defends joining OF after, according to herself, going broke. So the story goes as follows. Karrueche Tran recently spoke out after fans discovered she was selling feet pictures on OF. Critics began making claims that the model and actress' latest venture was due to her going broke. To which she said the record straight. LOL at all the comments regarding OF, she wrote. I'm not going broke. It's just a smart play. Food fetish is the number one fetish in the world. There's nothing actual that will be on my page. It's literally my feet. And if people are willing to pay, then what's the problem? By the way, there is food. There is something. Let me show you. It's clear that she wrote it, so I'm not making it up. It has been deleted since then. But as you see, at Karrueche Tran. So I guess some people fall from graces. She was once the muse of one ring fighter, known as the ring fighter, the undisputed, unchallenged champion, Chris Brown. Now she's out here selling feet pics because she's not broke. Because she's not broke. She might be not broke, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a different business model, at least. I mean, I don't know if she's broke or not. I think that one thing is for sure, the OF it's a money grab. It's easy. A lot of people, a lot of, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's recorded that people have problems connecting with other people in this day and age. So they can connect. They won't walk up and speak to you, but they would talk to each other to phones, DM each other, those type of things. Dating apps were very popular. I mean, this is a new business model, and we talked about Country Wayne. Country Wayne understands the game, the comedy game, and is creating a business model that is fitting to this time. So one can argue that Karrueche is doing the same thing. It's just
one
her business model.
continue.
It's just her business model to get more money.
One can argue that at this point it's not a trend anymore. It's basically it's far beyond a trend at this point. It seems like it's more normal for, let's say, the monetized women. Let's call it that way, which is people choosing to sell parts, pictures of themselves in order to make money, rather than working or doing anything additionally.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of an interesting trend. I don't know how long this will last, and what kind of I'm curious what it will look like in 5 years for most of these people. Because one thing you clearly see is that people who do this job on OF, whether you're selling parts or not, or selling the whole thing, you're selling the whole. It's the feet pictures it's always starts with feet pictures. It's like a drug. You start with
a
a
gateway.
small thing. It's a gateway. You start with small things, then you go higher because at a certain point, people get tired of the feet. They want to see something else. You lose some subscribers, and you think, you know what? Let me show my thigh.
Yeah.
Before you know, you're getting jam packed by 15 wolves. With wolves, I mean people, but okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. I didn't expect this. Very, very unexpected, by the way, that she's doing this. But I guess you can justify anything these days.
Yeah. I guess you can. But yeah, I mean, people I'm not surprised, KaiR.
No,
It's,
at this point, it's not surprising anymore that people join it, and then after they start complaining why nobody wants to date me.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what you're laughing. It's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you go this route, just realize that you're selling your future. The short, fast money comes always come from your future. That's why it's called fast money. You're selling out the future in order to get the money now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the viewers that were left in tears after utterly devastating documentary. So last week there was a documentary. It's called let me see real quick. I can find it. Let me see. Oh man, what how can I lose it? My wife, my abuser, the secret footage. That's what it's called.
Okay.
About a man who was abused in his marriage for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You can clearly see that there is a clear footage which you can see how the wife was terrorizing the guy. It was, I think, the baby cam. It was kind of baby cam-ish kind of footage. So it's not hidden. It's not hidden. It's not a hidden camera or something like that. And this guy was basically in a 20-year campaign of terror by his wife.
Mm.
And sometimes I think people were left in shock because of them not expecting this from the woman, how she looks like. So this is how this is her.
Mm.
So sometimes people may look innocent, but they might have some inner devil,
Yeah.
as they say. And it's also a big taboo. It's a big taboo. It's a topic that people usually don't talk about. Um, and I think the more people should speak out on these kind of topics because it happens. It's not only it's not only patriarchy doing the thing. I mean, there's always going abuse comes in different forms. Could
Yeah.
be mental abuse, could be physical, where physical seems more common from the men's side, mental abuse is the other way. But
Yeah. Mental, emotional. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be very stay short. Or at least I'll keep my reaction short. I used to work for a foundation that supported victims of SA and other kinds of uh, DVs, yeah, domestic altercations. And one thing I'll tell you, almost all the victims are women, physical. There was, however, one time a man who came in, and the man was shivering. There was, however, a time where a man came in and he was shivering, and he was shivering because he was scared. He was talking about his wife, who apparently was very triggered, easily triggered, broke things, could easily go from 0 to 100, start throwing plates and breaking glasses and this type of thing. Like so, and it was him living there with his daughter. And I think I might have told the story already once, but you know what the colleague of mine said after she was trying to give him some advice? You need to man up.
Hmm.
She didn't say it to him, but that's what she did say. You just need to man up and get out of there, something like that. You would never ask a woman to woman up. You would tell her leave. And to be fair, the same attitude was taken when women would choose to stay in that situation as well. But the funny to me, what stood out is that's why I think I never forget it. She didn't say you need to have the courage. She said you need to man up because as a man, courage is basically you should have it. It's basically what you're insinuating. In any case, KR, I have a question before. Yeah, did you see the Megan Hall story? Did you want to cover that on a later show?
Megan Hall.
You remember the police officer, female, working with the
Yeah, they settled, right?
yeah, they settled.
Yes, they settled for the 500K suit.
Yeah, because she was actually the victim.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It
This
is what it is.
tells you about the whole situation. I mean, some way somehow, I guess it wasn't a choice, right?
Nope. The state had to man up and pay her the settlement fee.
Yeah, who guess? I don't think she got a 500. Probably a bit less.
Probably less.
Probably less. But
But in any
yeah.
case, they did reassure that no tax money was used for that. So
Okay. So basically, they used the drug money.
I don't
Gave
know
her,
what it is.
gave her once, like a real stripper.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, with that being said, guys, I really want to thank you for tuning in to today's show. Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comment section below. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Guys, we are trying to get monetized on these channels. So as soon as we do, you'll get a notification and then you can start sending super chats in singles. That way, we will be able to support our sponsors. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more, and we'll see each other in the next one. Until next time. Peace.
Megan, come twerk. Oh no.
Vámonos, invadir.
Yo, that guy was crazy, yo. Oh man, someone's gonna chain check him, I think.
Yeah, I think
Knowing where we are now, such a shame.